Hey, this is Nick from Northern Michigan Adventures. This video is kind of different than most of them, but I wanted to share it to my YouTube channel. So, I found a 1991 Yamaha VMAX 1200 motorcycle on Marketplace for $650. It was a barn find, hasn't ran in over 2 years. The guy didn't want to mess with it, so he sold it cheap. I picked it up, took it home, and started looking stuff over, and, well, with my magic, got it running. So I'll show you a couple of things and tell you about a couple of things that I did. Right now it's all torn apart. I got the airbox lid off, which is right here. Basically it's a metal cover that goes over the top of the airbox, which is in the front where the gas tank normally would be. The gas tank on this bike is back here under the seat. And right now I have the battery out of it. But when I got it, I was trying to figure out what was missing here. There was a fuel line that went here and it was down here. And there was nothing in place. It was basically like an open gap. So I did some research on the diagrams and found out that's where a fuel filter is supposed to go. So I put a fuel filter in there. And the battery was dead. The battery, somebody left the vent cap on there that's supposed to be removed. That was on when it was in the bike. So there was a bunch of extra pressure in there. And you can see that cell on the right side is empty. And the other ones look like they have some in them. Maybe that one might be empty too, but that's not supposed to be like that. So I brought home the jumper pack and got it hooked up, but the fuel pump wasn't priming itself. It wasn't sucking gas out of the tank. So I put a funnel on this line here and filled it with some gas and put the jump pack on it and tried to prime the fuel pump, but it wasn't doing anything. So the fuel pump is right there. And I gave her about 15 taps, kept trying it, and finally it started priming itself. So the fuel pump primed itself. I was able to hook the fuel line back up to the tank right here. It is supposed to be mounted underneath this bar, which I will do in the future, but I didn't do that quite yet. And I hooked the jump pack back up. Also, this bike didn't have any oil in it when I picked it up because it has a slow leak on the bottom, which could just be a crush washer on the drain plug or a bad O-ring where the oil filter cover goes. But anyway, the fuel system was primed and it fired up and it runs, but I didn't leave it running very long because the jump pack has too many amps being pushed out of it. So I don't think that it's supposed to be ran for very long like that. I do have a video of it running, so I'll post that on the end of this video. Alright, well, after a few taps on the old fuel pump, here goes nothing. I don't know how long you're supposed to let them run on these jump packs for, but I'm not going to let it run for very long.